Kindly listen to this.
Many students used to fail exams in TVET because their English is not so good. When you are a mason, there is no masonry in English. So if you are not good in English, it is the reason why you are a mason, because you are not an English speaker, you are not an English teacher. Instead of marking the English, mark the masonry skill.
So that forms the basis of our discussion today. According to the president, majority of the people have failed in TVET because of being forced to do mathematics and English. And these are the subjects they were not good at from the beginning. So in the end, somebody who had gone to train to become an electrician will fail to graduate as an electrician because he failed mathematics. He will fail to graduate as, let's say, a plumber because they failed in English. So is it necessary to study these subjects, mathematics and English? And remember, even in the campuses, these things are there. You go to the campus, you're doing your Bachelor of Lighting and Thunderstorm Management. But again, you have to do basic mathematics 1, basic mathematics 2. You have to do communication skills. You have to do some universities who force you to do discourse analysis. And you are going to deal with thunderstorm and lightning management. Is it necessary for somebody who is in a polytechnic, for somebody who is in a technical training institute, somebody who is even a national polytechnic to do mathematics? Is it important? Will it help them? Should it be a basic requirement for them? Should they do it with their course or as a subject? Is it important to do English? Will it help? Is it important? How will it help them? Should it be a must? So to help you think through, just ask yourself, who joins these TVET institutions? What are the basic requirements for joining the TVET institution? So what is the qualification? How do they join? What do they graduate to go and do? What kind of learning do they go through? How is TVET different from the university and other education? So when it comes to TVET, TVET simply stands for technical and vocational. Take notes of technical and vocational. You are going to gain a technique and a skill that you are going to use in life. Remember, majority of these people are friend away from learning a body of knowledge. Yeah, they have chosen to come and learn a skill. Skill is something you are going to use with your hands. Something that you are going to use your hands with to achieve your target. These are students who have left the path of book reading and they have come to the technical part of learning skill to go and apply. Not to get body of knowledge, go and use it somewhere. Like a teacher will get a body of knowledge, put it in there, go and transfer it to somebody else. These are somebody who has come to learn how to connect wires, go get up the pole, connect them. This is somebody who has learned to connect pipes, somebody who has learned how to nail, somebody who has learned painting. Skill drawing. Do they need English? Do they need mathematics? What skills are the TVET decide to offer? The design of the TVET curriculum designed them to offer 7 core skills. I'll give you 6. You go and get the 7th. The 6 skills are critical thinking and problem solving. And this is where they force mathematics. They say that if you cannot solve a mathematical problem which has a formula, then you cannot solve a life problem which has no formula. So if you are given a formula and there's a problem so that you apply the formula to solve. If in class you cannot solve a problem which has a formula, then when you go out in life, you cannot solve a life problem which has no formula. You first of all must be able to decode the statement, identify the problem, then know the formula to use and apply the formula in solving the problem. If you can't do that one in class, they say you can't do it in life. That is why when it comes to critical thinking and problem solving, mathematics becomes a core subject in any institution of learning. Skill number 2 is effective communication. Now you see where English comes in. When it comes to matters of effective communication, then communication skills becomes a compulsory subject, and therefore English becomes a core subject in any course of learning. Number 3, networking and collaboration. Number 3, networking and collaboration. That is also a skill that is learned in TVET. Number 4 is agility and adaptability. Number 5 is initiative and entrepreneurship. You are learning a skill so that you go and apply it outside there. You are learning a skill to go out there, identify the problem, then solve it. 6 is curiosity and imagination. So should you learn English for effective communication? It is very important that even if you are going to learn a skill, when you go out of learning institution, you definitely need to communicate. What type of units are you supposed to do when you are doing English? Should you do advanced English? When it comes to critical thinking and the problem solving, we have said mathematics is very important. But again, what are the levels of mathematics are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to do mathematics as a unit, or is mathematics supposed to be incorporated in the course that you are doing, in the course unit? If you are doing something electrical, think you're supposed to do electrical mathematics, not basic mathematics, not the curriculums that we used to do in the university. Let's ask ourselves another question. Who joins the TVET? Who joins a national polytechnic? Who joins the polytechnic? Who joins a TTI? So you have to note that 80% of the people who join the TTI join because that is what they qualified for. And less than 20% join because they have the passion to pursue that course. It is very rare to find students who have refused to join the universities so that they go to a TVET institution because they have a skill they want to gain, go and use it in life. They don't want those bodies of knowledge that are taught in the universities. It is also not very common to find a student, a child who has refused to go to Form 1 to go to a village polytechnic. It is very uncommon. So only, let's say, 20% of the people who go there because of passion. The other 80% go because that is what they are qualified for from their basic education. So you have brought somebody here who was unable to handle that mathematics and English in secondary school to come and do it and make it compulsory for them in the TVET. We are saying simply these are the people who acquisition of bodies of language of knowledge has not been good to them. They have left that path of acquiring bodies of knowledge and they want to join a new path of acquiring skills. But when they come, you subject them to again acquisition of bodies of language of knowledge instead of skills and skills alone. But is acquisition of skills alone complete? Is it enough for a student to only have skill, no basic numeracy and literacy? If I was to design this, I would say that basic numeracy and literacy should be taught. But as to what they contribute in the overall grading of the student should be looked at. You should not say that if a student fails in maths and they were doing plumbing, they have passed in plumbing and they have failed in mathematics, they are not worthy graduating. You cannot say somebody who was doing electrical engineering has passed very well on matters to do with the electricity and the connections and everything is working for them, but they cannot write a very good language, they must be condemned as failures. Let's find a way of integrating language and numeracy into their courses without disadvantaging them by failing it as a unit.